If you hear your own footsteps in the forest, don't be afraid. The real fear is when the footsteps aren't yours. The damp Georgia forest after the rain had a strange magic in its eerie silence. But this evening there was no silence. There were whispers. Emma, Ryan, and Luke, 3 friends, had set out on a casual hiking trip. They didn't know that the forest wouldn't let them go back home. "Guys, something feels off," Emma said, looking through the trees. "It's just fog, relax." But the fog was as if it was alive and breathing. Emma suddenly stopped as they walked. "Did you just hear footsteps behind us?" Luke shook his head. "No, that was probably us." But the rhythm of the footsteps was different. An extra step, a breath that wasn't included in their breathing. As Ryan walked forward, his phone beeped. Unknown file received. He opened the picture on the screen. Ryan himself, but his eyes were hollow, his mouth was crooked. The background was the forest. "Who sent this?" he asked in a trembling voice. Luke snatched the picture and looked at it, and his face turned white. This is right now." At that moment, the leaves rustled. The 3 of them turned. Behind the row of trees, a man stood like Ryan, the same jacket, the same hair, but his face was swollen, one eye was black, his jaw was broken. "Hey, who are you?" Ryan shouted, but the thing only smiled. Ryan smiled too, but broken. "We need to go now," Emma shouted. They ran, but to the right, to the left, the branches kept breaking as if no one was with them. Forward was also running. Luke began to pray loudly, but his voice was drowned in the fog. A local ranger's wooden hut appeared. Inside, Ryan walked in. He closed the door, but inside the hut were old maps, pictures, and a glass frame with writing, "Don't look back. They copy whoever looks first." "Copy," Emma read and said, shaking. Ryan, who had seen the shadow first, his face was turning blue. "Guys, I feel sick." Luke took out the water, but the hut's mirror flickered. Behind Ryan, there was no reflection of him. There stood that other Ryan. That mirror version stepped forward, and his neck looked crooked and broken on one side. Emma screamed. The mirror broke, but there was no one there. Suddenly, the hut's door opened with a bang, and the entity came in with the wind of the forest. As if the shadow had turned into flesh. He moved towards Ryan. His steps were not synchronized with Ryan's. Ryan was moving back, but he was crawling forward. "Leave him." Emma picked up a stick and tried to hit it, but the stick hit the entity and dissolved into the air. "Don't touch it." Luke ran. The entity grabbed Ryan's neck as if pulling Ryan's soul. Ryan fell to the ground lifeless. But the entity stood straight, and now the cracking of his face was correcting. "Ryan," Emma spoke in a trembling voice. The entity said in a smooth, human voice, "I am Ryan." Luke screamed, "No, you're not entity." He looked at Luke, his eyes changed. His jaw began to take on a new shape. He was now becoming like Luke, but not complete, like a copy incomplete. Emma ran from the hut. The silence of the forest erupted in noise. She was falling, panting, moving forward, but behind her footsteps were her own footsteps. She turned and saw a huge mistake. Behind her was a duplicate, a twisted version, mouth stretched in an impossible grin. No, she ran, but to her right, among the trees, there was a sign. "Turn back is death. Go forward and lose yourself." He stomped his feet on the ground helplessly. Luke was nowhere to be found. Ryan was dead, the entity roaming free. A deep valley came before Emma. The choice was over. Or become a duplicate by touching the entity's hand or jump off the cliff. Behind him, the sound of breathing was approaching, but not his own breathing, but broken. Emma closed her eyes and jumped. The fog swallowed her. In the morning, the hikers reported 2 bodies were found. One Luke, whose eyes were empty. One Ryan, whose neck was twisted. Emma was not found, but a woman's laughter echoed in the trees. According to the report, the next week, new hikers said that they saw themselves coming back in the form of a girl. Their face crooked, their eyes lightless. The forest is still breathing today. And whoever goes in takes their other self with them, but the original never comes back. If you ever see your mirror image walking behind you in the dense forest of Georgia, don't make eye contact. It's not you, it's the one who will replace you. If you like this story, be sure to subscribe to my channel Cursed Narratives for new terrifying truths and unexplained horror stories.